And Stephanie Leclerc is up next. And there's no notes. Nice low end. Nice panning.
I start on 6th, landed York and Maine. Something in the air got me on the cusp of sane. Whatever you heard, it's only hate I abhor. Love still lives here just down a couple doors. No one will mess with me now. Twisted hang-off vine and polished gangster-leans. Your busted tooth, fairies on the scene. Believe what you want, but she's been down here for weeks. She's got 2 gold caps on her back where wings had been. No one will mess with her now. Sooner or later, you best choose which side you're on. Sooner or later, you best choose which side you're on. These just cold, these just hard, these just facts. Telepoles, and they look down on the world through tiny little holes. So say what you will, you've been seen here before, but we all got our reputations to uphold. No one will mess with you now. Just carry on, 'cause no one will mess with you now. Sooner or later, you best choose which side you're on.
Fan bleeding-tastic. Wow. I think I really like how glued this is together. It's really fantastic. So, snare. I feel like Poltec seems to be screaming to me today. And it's not just because we saw Jack Joseph the other day. Just in general, I think this being a more traditional sounding, track that was recorded on tape. I don't know if everybody remembers, this was recorded on tape and then dumped into Pro Tools afterwards. And we had an intern, Nico, who worked for us. He became an engineer and we ended up paying him, but he worked for us, and we said to him one day, he said to me one day, he goes, "Warren, there's something wrong with the song." I think I've told you this before, but for those that are new, I haven't heard the story for a year. Anyway, I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, there's this horrible hiss on everything. And he just pulled it up and he's like soloed things and you heard, tss, and then, instrument starts playing. I'm like, Nico, that's called tape hiss. And he's like, oh my God, what's that? He'd never heard it before. He'd never heard tape hiss. Amazing. Because it was my A80, Studer A80 over there. Anyway, so there's definitely some hiss on it, but snare. Go to the 10K on a Potec clone, a plugin, and just boost it. Give me some pss, pss on the top of that snare, and I think it would be beautiful. I think in general, a little air across the whole mix would be absolutely gorgeous. So maybe do that a little bit on the snare, and then maybe just a little 10 or 12, just something as analog as you can make it over the top. And I think you'd be in a really beautiful place. I love this mix. I love how glued it is. The vocal needs a little bit of 7 on it or something, just a little bit. But I also like the darkness overall that's being presented by the tape and the way everything blends back together. My gut is this is something that you really responded to because it works really well. You've got a great blend of everything. Everything's glued. I like your panning. I like your choices. Yeah, I mean, actually, we could take the 10K on the snare a little bit and give a dB or 2 of that, and then the rest of it could actually be solved with a master. A little oomph and a little boom and fizz would probably open this whole thing up. So that's pretty miraculous, but if you want it to sound perfect now and have a mastering engine do nothing, then I would probably just take some 10 or 12 on something really super open and just bring that up ever so lightly. And maybe a little tiny bit of 60, then add a little bit of 10K on the snare, and I think you'll have an absolutely amazing mix. Really great work. I really believe that you've responded to this and this makes sense to you. So great work, Stephanie.